Hey y'all, remember me? It's been a while. It's been too long. I'm going to do a little arrowhead hunting. I know it's hard to believe, but I'm here at the creek. Probably not a lot's changed. We did have some rain last week, so I'm actually going arrowhead hunting. Hard to believe, right? I'm DW Verse, Hick Billy Outdoors. We'll be back in just a few minutes. We're going to do some walking around on the gravel bars. So some backstory, I guess. I haven't done this in a long time. I said I was getting burnt out on it and getting tired of getting beat to stuff by other people. It's still all the same. Nothing's changed there except I haven't done this for a while. So it's kind of fresh and cool. My wife's over there rock hounding, which of course if I find something cool for her, I'll pick it up too. While I'm looking, I just now got down here to the creek. We had rain a week or so ago. Not a flood, but the water did get up. So it may have moved some stuff around since the last time I was here. We have had no major water events in a year. We're really dry. There's the kind of stuff my wife's picking up right there. I'll pick that up for her maybe. She's nothing fancy, sparkly stuff. She likes sparkly stuff. An interesting thing is we spent the last couple days on some of the rivers in south central Missouri. The Ozark Scenic waterways down that way, riverways. And we walked a lot of gravel bars with her, rock hounding for quartz and stuff, agate. I found some debitage, but I never found a point or a broken point, and we walked a ton of gravel bars. Interesting. The big rivers down there, I mean, there were a ton we didn't look at, of course. Most we didn't look at, but it was amazing me. Every time you found a good piece of chert, it had been hit on, but that's the most we found. It was kind of interesting. There's not as much chert down there as there is here, and I really expected to find stuff. Of course, these are float rivers. A lot of people are on those gravel bars. You never got on a gravel bar that you couldn't tell people had already been there, so maybe that's why. A lot of people. I didn't bring my walking stick, my Giggle Wiggle Pickle stick either. Whatever. I don't know how high the water got here last week. We had, like I said, we had a little bit of rain. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna spend a couple hours here. My wife's up there. She's gonna rock hound. We're gonna have a good day. It's getting hot. First day of June, and we're here. A lot of stuff to look at. Bullfrogs are talking. It's gonna be a nice couple hours. Hopefully we'll find something worth talking about. So here's the first find. Don't get upset with me. It is a find. I literally found thousands of these over the years. Well, maybe 1,000 of them since I was a little kid. My mom called them Indian paint rocks. That's what it is. It's a piece of tiff, talky rock. It makes marks that don't stay, of course. But see how it's been shaped. It's really light stuff. It's a byproduct of lead and lead mining. They use it for several things over the years. But that is what that is. See how shaped it is and how it's been wore down. It leaves marks, and it's what it is. I found so many of them, it's not anything new, but I'm going to keep that one because it's a nice one. They about 4 or 5 different colors, that tip. That's the main color, that chalky white. But that didn't take very long. I haven't walked 15 yards, so something that wasn't here last time I was here, because I would have seen that. Since I'm kind of big into wasting people's time with little factoids, I've given this tip before. I'm coming up on this point that sticks out where the water has run around. Most of the time nothing, but more times than many other places over the years, I've found an artifact on the end of these points. I think the water curled around or whatever makes it happen. I'm not really sure. But you always want to look on the ends of these little points where other ditches come in, where sloughs happen. That's where stuff happens, especially if there's bigger rock there to help hold the artifacts. This one, throw it out. This used to be all, it's still gravel, but we've had so little flooding. We're in about a 10-year drought, really, but this is so overgrown. It is what it is. And it's changed some with the high water we've had last few years, but not very much. I would make a note that I'm not just wandering down some creek hoping. At one time, this was my very best Arrowhead creek hunting spot, over and over for years. So consistent. This next gravel bar I'm going to hit at one time. One day I walked down there and found 4 tools and points all within sight of each other. And nothing major had happened. I just walked down there after a little high water. It wasn't a big flood, and they was there. I found my biggest Etley ever. I don't know how many tools and adds, not to mention, of course, the broken stuff. Some paleo stuff on this whole stretch here. But I don't know what happened. Pressure from poachers, and I'm saying poachers, I talk about that. I'm on a piece of creek here. It's only accessible by trespass. Unless you come, illegal trespass. Unless you just come up the whole creek from some slab somewhere, which is kind of technically legal. Man, I'm waiting until all the tiggers and chiggers. It's going to be ugly. Just so y'all know, I do get to feeling guilty. Because a lot of folks still comment on videos, and a lot of new people have no clue what I'm about, I don't think. Just click on a video, like it, subscribe. I appreciate that. I swore I was going to shoot some videos no matter what. See, that's been hit on by man right there. Just why? You can't make those. I got a bunch of videos talking about this. You cannot make those kind of hits by nature. They hit on. It's never going to make anything, that nodule, but definitely been hit on. I'll find some debitage here, I'm sure. I always do. Found some of the coolest, biggest tools on this section. That's my biggest Etley point, almost 7 inches long with a broke base, was right here. Man, that's been a long time ago. Yeah, I feel a little guilty because people like my stuff, and I appreciate y'all liking it, and I don't do the videos. I said I wasn't going to let it drive me anymore. I've been doing some fishing this spring. Hope I'm going to keep on doing some fishing. Things take priority, work, life, everything else. So instead of trying to do 2 or 3 Arrowhead videos a week, I haven't been filming anything. I didn't film anything to speak of on our little trip, kayak trip down the river 2 days ago. A few kind of cutout shots, cool stuff. Turning this camera on sometimes spoils a good experience, especially for my wife. She don't care, but I do. That make any sense? So that's not an artifact. Okay, I've got something. I think. I hope. Look, I can see a chiseled edge. It's got some patina that matches too. Probably get snake bit reaching up in here. I see something. Cross fingers. Oh yeah. You know, I'm 59 years old. I'm not emotional. The thing is, you want to show people cool stuff. You want to show people, but it's about your own self and finding things and accomplishment. Before I even pick this up, I always think this. This is going to be worth talking about. That's obviously an artifact. I'm 3 foot away from it. It's obviously an artifact. I'm going to be the first person to touch this thing in 3,000 to 7,000 years. 5,000 years around here. First person to touch this. That's amazing to me, y'all. I'm dragging this out because it's so cool. It's obviously an artifact. I see the chiseled edge, the worked edge, the patina color for this area tells me it's an artifact. And I just was looking through here and it jumped out. It's just glowing now. So here we go. You ready? It's not going to be nothing killer great, but it's mine. I found it. I'm getting bit by bugs. Look at that. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful ads. Look at, oh my gosh. Come on, y'all. Look at that. My favorite old spot kicks up another one. Man, oh man. Look at that. Good gosh, y'all. Ain't that pretty? I don't think it's a preform. It's got some finished edges. It don't matter what it is. I call that a kind of bullnose ads. Look at that. I am just freaking tickled, y'all. I know, 59 years old, I'm like a little kid. Successful trip, and I've only been hunting 20 minutes. And I haven't hunted, of course, that don't mean nothing. There may not be nothing else for the rest of this bar, but I got a bunch more to look at. Y'all like that? I'm sorry I'm not doing more of this, but that makes it more special right there. A bona fide artifact. Not a notch point, I don't care. That thing is gorgeous. Somewhat heat treated, you can tell by the gloss. Okay, enough of that. Sorry, not really. That's me. I still get excited. I'm not ever going to apologize for real. I just brought that back over here, lay down next to that talky rock I found. It's amazing. You look in places for years, and sometimes you miss things. I've hunted with other people, found it behind me. Sometimes there's a little point sticking out, or a little change in color between some rocks, and sometimes laying right on top like God left it there for me to find. If that's not amazing, y'all tell me what is. I missed this a while ago. Shiny rock. I don't know if my wife went there or not. Not near as pretty as what we've been picking up. Isn't that, says glitter, isn't that pretty? She likes pretty rocks. There's a ton of glitter. I see some more from here, but she likes that big druzy quartz. Anyway, that thing laying right on top over there, just like it was left for me. So that's just, I know, I'm just going on. So tip time again, it never hurts to hunt behind yourself. And I didn't find anything, but I've seen things just now that I didn't see the first time through here. Sometimes it's a sun angle, a matter of perspective. I think many times it's the way the sun shines. Looking into the sun is harder than looking away, but when you're looking away, you got your own shadow to deal with. So, and this is my least favorite kind of day, a high, bright, sunny day. I like them straight up overcast days, not blotchy clouds. Straight up overcast days are best for artifact hunting, for the way my eyes work. Another thought as I'm walking along here is how lucky you have to be for points to survive creeks with all the flowing water, other rocks bouncing around. In this situation, we have the neighbor with the backhoe pulling gravel out. And man, that bucket's hard on points and pieces. That thing don't have a nick on it, that one I just found. There's a color patina, kind of like that one. Whenever you see this color patina here, around these creeks in Missouri, many times an orangish, yellowish look. Many times it's an artifact. That one don't seem to be, but around these parts, it's acid and soil wherever made that happen. But yeah, for a point to survive in a creek is pretty amazing. You always want to pick up them smooth looking ones like that. Now I know some creeks are full of them, but it could be an axe, an adze, a celt. It could be something like that. So you always want to roll them out too. There's another worked piece. It's nothing, it's just a spall, but bowl of percussion on it where it was knocked off the rock. Kind of ugly rock to start with. You know, the edges have been sharpened down, but you just don't know. I don't keep all these anymore. I didn't keep them for years anyway. I didn't think it was anything but flake, but that's been sharpened down the edges, so you're going to find a lot of that stuff, no doubt about it. Looks like a worked piece too. No, where's a nice slab though of chert, pretty chert. Another thought here is I did a video once on how to see artifacts, not just how to look for them, how to see them. When you have a ocean of rock that looks alike, you think about, say, just an example. It's not a good piece for example, but say this rock here, see what it looks like there color-wise. Say 5,000 years ago it was hammered on, notched, played with, napped on to become an artifact. It'll have a different look to it. It'll have the patina will be different. There's one right there, example. The creek's, well, that may have been hit on, but it's a different color. That one I found a while ago is different. So learning the shades of rock where you're hunting, the way the patina looks after they've been hit on, could be a big help. It helps you zero in. So I'm also looking at shape. Shape's what caught me on that one a while ago. I saw that beveled edge. The patina color, the color of the rock itself, will not be the same as surrounding rock because it's been broken, hit on since. You're also going to see creek breaks from over the years is bright, shiny spots on the rock. But when you get a rock that's been napped, the whole thing will generally be a different color, generally. And then you look at shapes. I mean, that's nothing, but I saw that shape. Actually got a jagged edge. But anyway, I saw the shape. So shapes and color. I know this is putting a lot of stupid stuff maybe in one little video, but another tip I've put in videos before again, and I have a bunch of videos like that, is I have found more artifacts over the years around larger rock. I actually like almost boulders. Find them wherever you find them, but I very rarely find them on straight up pea gravel banks or fine gravel. More often than not, they're around bigger rock, bigger than this. I think the current breaks up more, helps deposit them better. I'm not really sure, but it's something to think about. I like softball or football sized rocks at least once in a while, and there's very little of that except up at that first riffle where I started. There's a wild looking core. Some quartz in it too, but that's a core, no doubt. Just they took pieces off if they could and discarded it. Nice color rock though, big pretty piece of chert. You can see they took the flakes off. You find a lot of those down here, not so much today. You find a lot of cores. Sometimes I keep them. Not that one, I donate that one back to the creek. Tell you how bad I've got about this. My buddy hollered at me the other morning and said, hey, let's go up to so-and-so's. He got some dirt turned over and go look in the creek up there. And we found stuff there last year, and I said, no, I couldn't. I was too busy. I was. Yep. Cigarette butt. Chasing behind poachers, told you. He found one pretty hole point, a bunch of pieces. It was cool. He said he just hunted one little stretch there, so I passed up going with him. How sad's that? I'll try not to next time. Hey, thanks a bunch, y'all, for watching that. I'm sorry I'm not doing more of these kind of videos, but when you have a video like I did today, successful for me, it's a wonderful thing to happen. And I said I wasn't going to stress myself out to make this happen anymore, to try to find a bunch of points for people. I'll have a magic spot sometime. I'll have another place come up, maybe a dig. But for y'all that stuck with me, I appreciate it. For new people, look at all my old videos. I got a lot of videos where I think I can help you find artifacts on your own. Thank you. We'll talk to you soon. God bless.